Let me ask you a simple question. Do you ever receive your salary or income and a few days later wonder, where did all my money go? If that's happening to you, then this video might be exactly what you need. Because many people think budgeting is only for rich people, accountants, or people who are good with numbers. But honestly, a budget is simply a plan for your money. And today, I'm sharing 5 signs that you need a budget immediately. Hey brilliant family, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Becky, and on this channel, we talk about personal finance and personal development. One thing I've learned is this: most financial stress does not come from lack of money alone. Sometimes it comes from lack of a plan. So let's talk about signs that show your finances may need a budget. The first sign that you need a budget is when money disappears quickly. Salary comes in, you pay a few bills, buy a few things, maybe send some money somewhere, and before you know it, you're checking account balance, wondering what happened. The problem is not always earning little. Sometimes it's because there is no clear plan for where the money should go. Money without a plan tends to disappear. A budget gives every shilling a job. Instead of wondering where your money went, you tell your money where to go. And that simple shift can completely change your finances. Second sign, you don't know where your money goes. Now be honest. If I ask you right now, how much you spent last month on food, transport, shopping, airtime, would you know? Most people wouldn't. And that's not because they are irresponsible. It's because they don't track their spending. Small expenses are so dangerous because they don't feel important in the moment. But over time, they add up. When you have a budget, you become more aware. You start noticing spending patterns. And awareness is the first step towards improving your finances. The third sign, you're constantly borrowing money before the month ends. Now sometimes emergencies happen. That's normal. But if borrowing has become a regular part of your monthly routine, that's usually a warning sign. It may mean you're overspending, you're not planning properly, or your expenses are always higher than your income. A budget helps you identify these problems early. Because instead of reacting when the money is already finished, you're planning before you spend. And that can reduce the need to borrow unnecessarily. The fourth sign is that you struggle to save consistently. Maybe every month you tell yourself, this month I will save. But somehow, something always comes up. Then the month ends and nothing was saved. Sounds familiar? One thing I've learned is that savings rarely happens by accident. It usually happens through planning. A budget helps you decide in advance how much you will save. Instead of saving what will remain after spending, you save first and spend what's left. And honestly, that mindset shift can make a huge difference. The last sign you need a budget is when money constantly causes a stress. You feel anxious when bills arrive. You avoid checking your account balance. You worry about unexpected expenses. You feel like you're always trying to catch up financially. And honestly, that's so exhausting. Now, a budget doesn't magically solve every problem, but it gives you clarity. And clarity reduces stress. Because when you know what you earn, what you spend, what you owe, and what you're saving, you feel more in control. And financial peace often starts with financial awareness. The truth is this: a budget is not about restricting yourself. A budget is about giving yourself a direction. It's about being intentional. It's about being sure your money supports your goals instead of disappearing without a plan. And the sooner you start budgeting, the sooner you start taking control of your finances. If you related to any of these signs, don't worry. Most of us have been there at some point. The good news is that financial habits can be improved. And sometimes all it takes is starting with a simple budget. That's actually one of the reasons I created budgeting tools and templates to help people become more organized and intentional with their money. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, share with your friends, and also subscribe so you don't miss my next videos. And in the comments, tell me honestly, which of these 5 signs describes you the most? I would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. See you in next video. Bye-bye.